welcome to MGP433. I'm Kev, and with me as ever, the Sheepdog, Anna and Pab. Say hello, boys and girls.
Hello.
Yo.
Hello.
I've deliberately changed it to 433 because when these two just gave me the episode number, they said 433, and that, as everybody knows, is a football formation. So I've had to change it to 433 so our simple-minded listeners don't get confused and think they're listening to me giving some kind of tactical instruction. You're welcome, listeners.
Do you often play 4-3-3?
It's quite a common formation to use, but I would suggest in my many Streamer Showdown wins, I've probably used a 4-3-3 as often as I've used a 4-2-3-1. They're my two most common formations.
We'll get to episode 4-2-3-1.
Pab's obsessed with the 4-2-3-1. You can just see it in his eyes.
To do what, another 30 years or more? Probably more than that.
We'll get there. Especially because Anna has sent me a thing telling me apparently I can now transfer my consciousness into a machine when I die.
Oh,
Apparently that does exist now. Microsoft have done it. Apparently you can do it. You can go as far as transferring your DNA into code.
Oh,
So
right,
I don't see. Yeah, it's not the same as putting your memories in there, but you can put your self into the internet now. So we're getting closer and closer to being able to get. I mean, let's face it, we've probably got at least another 5 years before our bodies give up. So I reckon
5 years.
I mean, you're being
years
generous.
is long
5
enough.
years, and I'm probably lucky if I get 5 more weeks out of this husk. If I'm honest.
But they're close. That's the important thing. If you remember, when they first started talking about Kinect, they got that to market in less than 5 years. So Microsoft are talking about it. I imagine it's going to be the compulsory add-on with the next Xbox.
I'm more excited.
Yeah.
I saw an add-on that they can put a headband on you, and it can make your thoughts into texts. So I'm like, A, it means I can finally get all those books written, but B, it means like I was just sat there thinking, God, imagine putting that on someone and then just I'd be like, put it on me as I'm dying and as I'm fading away, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm in hell. There's fire everywhere, and just have it all undocumented. The last thing I thought was just a massive troll convincing everyone the devil was real and we're all going to go to hell. I think that'd be great. But no, yeah, between putting my DNA on the internet and having my thoughts turned to text. I mean, it means, imagine the tweeting and stuff. I just don't need this body anymore. We've already established pre-show. I don't need to clap. I just say the word clap now. I don't clap. I've basically got no need for my arms and legs and everything. I'm just a voice. Soon I'll get one of those text-to-voice speech things. We can feed the podcast through it so it knows how I sound, and then I just need to think it and it will say itself. It'll be perfect.
Well, let's try and make that happen. Then we can replace Sheepdog. We've already got our additional host, Craig, who sits there in the background and doesn't say anything yet because Pab hasn't calibrated him properly. When he introduced us to Craig, I thought Craig was just going to be always chatting away. But oh no, Craig never says anything, Pab. What was the point of Craig?
He's just quietly doing his business in the background. He doesn't.
I don't want him to do his business, the weirdo. Well, he can do that somewhere else.
I mean, he'll be especially happy about being able to put his DNA on the internet, because before now he's just been flushing it down the toilet. Craig's disgusting, I tell you. That's all he does during the podcast.
You've spoilt this for everybody now, Sheepdog.
There was
southernness.
I can see the flat line of silence from when I said that to when I awkwardly laughed, and it is long. Should we start again?
I'm contemplating just leaving the podcast rather than starting again. I think that might be the line. I think we've,
Your agent's just going to be like, no more Sheepdog.
They're banging on the window now, just doing that get off here sign with their hand against their neck. Just no, Kev, get out now.
They'd have one of those shepherd's things, just leaning through the window, pulling you off stage in a minute. And he said pulling you off. It almost got worse, Kev. It almost kept going.
Yep, I am just going to bed. You enjoy your little podcast, your weird football formation podcast. I'm out of here. I'm family friendly. I'm a champion of charity again this week, and here you are making sure that I get cancelled anyway. You absolute monster.
I didn't say anything specifically rude.
Talking of being a champion of charity, boys and girls, I am officially raising money for War Child currently. So if anyone wants to make a donation to War Child as part of their Sporting Champions campaign, Pab has kindly agreed to put the link to the donation page in the description to this podcast. Good work, Pab. And you can make a donation and help out some little children. Or big children. I don't think it specifies what size the children are. But they like money. So give them some. Pab, put the thing in the thing.
Please.
Pab. He's done it now. He's got to do it now. If he doesn't do it now, everyone knows it's his fault. Because I've asked him on the podcast.
It's charity.
Yeah, I've not mentioned that to Pab before we got started. Because I knew this was the best place to ask. Because now he can either say no and look like a monster. Or not do it and look like a monster.
This is fine. Because all I'll do is I'll screenshot the message to you going, Kev, I need that link, and then no reply for hours on end, and then I'll go,
well,
it's too late.
Hey, Pab, don't worry. It's on my Twitter, so you can just go and find it. Problem solved.
I mean, you come to me
it's
with
my
this.
Pinned tweet,
I'm not doing the
it's
running.
my pinned tweet.
I'm not running.
Well, I've told him, listeners, pinned tweet. He can find it from there. It's not hard. How's everybody's week been anyway? Have we all had a delightful time?
Sunday was fun, wasn't it?
Sunday.
What was Sunday?
The football.
Oh, I've blanked that out of my mind. I genuinely didn't remember that had happened. I've worked so hard to put that out of my memory.
It seemed a long time ago. I didn't realise that was only Sunday, and this is the first time we're speaking since then.
Yeah, I think Anna's making it up.
I think she's thinking of another tournament a long time ago.
Yeah. It's
You're
this Sunday,
all very
isn't it?
sad. But we've got the World Cup next year, so yay.
This is Anna's new football analysis segment, by the way, everybody.
We're slowly inching closer with our football tactic number and Anna on
What are your thoughts on the World Cup next year, Anna? You just want more Jack Grealish, don't you?
I do. Because he is a handsome, handsome boy.
Yeah, I might start having my... If I had my hair like him, you'd just laugh at me. I don't get it.
No, I would. I don't know. I just like his hair.
Yeah, but I can't... I don't get it. I'm going to have Grealish hair.
Is it not like a Snapchat filter you can try out just to check?
It probably is, yeah.
The sister was trying to get me to go do the bald one just to make sure I was ready to completely shave the remaining couple of
bald
hairs.
Do you mean she just held a mirror up to you?
I said I've
You
just never
can't
got Snapchat.
say
I feel
that,
like it's
Gavin.
too late to get on it now.
You don't have Snapchat. Everyone has Snapchat. Snapchat's fun.
Never.
Kevin
got
likes
it.
Snapchat.
I do. Snapchat is probably my third favourite social network, Sheepdog.
Oh.
After what, Twitter and TikTok?
I was going to say Twitter and YouTube, because I was including YouTube as a social network.
Oh, I thought you were going to say MySpace.
MySpace is great. Mm-hmm. I liked the fact you could customise your homepage on there. What happened to customising homepages, everybody? Why can't we do that anymore?
Everybody
People
likes
used to be-
everything
you
uniform.
You used to be able to do that on MySpace and Facebook. You used to be able to do that, and now you can't do it on either.
Mine
I
was a
remember when you
mess.
did
It
it on
was silver.
Facebook.
Yeah, I'd like a silver one.
I'm sure I've told this story before, but mine said that I died in a hat malfunction, and some of my family members thought it was true. There was some very confused phone calls to my mum when it was found. I didn't understand what hat malfunction could possibly have done to have killed me, but that did tickle me. I got a phone call.
It did take his hair away.
I got a phone call like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah." It's like so called and said you died in a hat malfunction, and I was like, "What?" And then it turned out they'd seen it on MySpace and gone from there. And I'd forgotten I'd even put that. I think it's a Simpsons joke that I just put on my profile. And just ages later, it bit me on the backside. My mum rang me to check I wasn't dead. I mean, ringing me is pretty foolish. Like, if I didn't answer, it's not going to be.
Well, that confirms it then, doesn't it? If you'd have missed that call, that's the last you would have ever have heard from her, because she would have just assumed you were dead and moved on.
Should have thrown all her hats out. Should have been like running around pulling hats off people in the street. And then I'd have just walked in at some point. I mean, I only lived down the road and I never used to visit, so yeah, she'd have probably seen me about a month later and been like, "Oh my god, I thought he was dead."
And that's Sheepdog's weird comment of the week, everybody.
Second one tonight.
Video games. Yeah. Video games, everybody. There's an exciting new console coming. Are we all excited? Have we all got our pre-orders in for a Steam Deck?
No.
That screams. This is going to be on Kev's shelf of deceased consoles. Probably only.
Already got it reserved. Obviously, I've paid my £4 to reserve one.
He was like, "Do you want a Steam thing?" I was like, "No." But I can't. It's hard to get. I was like, "No, I don't want one," because I had that other Steam thing which failed, and it was just awful. Why would I want another thing?
I know
but this one's much more expensive.
You're basically going to get this. You're going to do your Football Manager review, where you're like, "I played Football Manager on the whatever this Steam thing's called," and then you're going to
business expense.
Do the video and go, "This plays like arse," and then you're going to put it on your shelf, and it's never going to be played again.
And because I'll be the only person doing it, that device will pay for itself, and it'll all be fine.
Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, just like Stadia and all the other things, you're right. I get it. I knew immediately. I was like, that's just going to be on Kevin's expenses, and you and all the other people who have their other niches. It won't be Football Manager, but someone else out there's doing the same thing, I imagine. That's the only reason they're releasing it. But surely this... I was like, this doesn't work, does it? Yes, you can expand the memory, but you can't expand the settings, and games aren't just going to all run consistently, are they? I don't understand.
Well, theoretically, it's a decent, like half decent standard gaming PC and a handheld. Apparently, you can plug it into a monitor, keyboard, and mouse, and it'll actually run as a PC.
You're going to be playing what, handheld Cyberpunk, are you?
No, I'll probably.
Football
the way
Manager.
I've described it on Twitter. No, not even Football Manager. It means I don't have to pay Nintendo prices for indie games anymore. Because that's where I get all of my little indie games from. Admittedly, I've not got any for a little while, but the likes of, over the course of the Switch, Stardew Valley, Don't Starve, that kind of thing. And when the next one of them comes out, I don't have to buy it for £30 on the Switch. I can buy it for £2 in the Steam sale and play it on my little Steam Deck. So you only need a few of them before it starts to pay for itself again. It means I get to play Dorfromantik on the toilet, which is, I mean, that we said at the time when we were talking about that game that would be perfect on the Switch. Well, no, it doesn't need to be on the Switch because it can be on this. It will be on the Steam Deck. If a game is on Steam, it'll work on the Steam Deck. Anna, you were telling me about there's a new road building game thing. What was it called?
Motorway something.
Yeah, I mean, I want to play that, but I'm not going to sit at my desk and play it. But I'll be able to play it on my Steam Deck, sat on the toilet. My pooing experience in general
But you're already on there
taking a
too long.
significant upgrade. Well, now I'm going to be on there even longer because I'll be playing games on there.
Jeez.
It's going to be great. I assume, Pabby, you've pre-ordered one as well. You're a man of good taste.
I've got two.
Of course you do.
You got two, did you just say?
Technically.
You are a weird man.
I nearly ended up with two because I couldn't because it was a mad scramble when they went live. So I logged in on my normal account and it told me my Steam account that I've had for 15 years, I haven't had long enough to be able to do it. So I logged in on a different account, and then I was logged in on two different accounts on two different machines. I had my PC and my Mac. Logged in on two different accounts, just refreshing. If theoretically, if they'd have both been, yes, you can order one at the same time, I probably would have gone through it on both of them because I kept getting rejected. It took me a good 20 minutes to be able to secure one. Which one did you go for, Pavy?
256.
The middle one.
Yeah.
You got to do the middle one. Everyone. I went for the middle one as well. I mean, the largest one isn't out until Q2 2022. I noticed in the small print, whereas the two smaller ones are Q1.
Ah.
But the middle one and the biggest one have got SSDs in, haven't they?
Yes.
Whereas the cheapo one has got
I'm assuming
scummy old
like
storage
micro
that
SD
nobody
cards
wants.
or whatever it is, or some sort of that sort of proprietary stuff.
So how did you end up ordering two?
I went on it like at tea time ish, and I saw on Twitter everyone was going mental for it, so I went, okay, let's see if I can get one. And I clicked on it, went through, and just it was doing that weird thing that was just a bit slow work. The working on it, loading it, and whatever. And then it went through, and then I got the confirmation from PayPal. You've paid £4. I was like, right, okay, great. And then no email came from Steam. Nothing. An hour later on, going, something wrong with this. We've not actually made this order. Still in your basket. You got 72 hours to go through. And I've not been able to get back on it since until about probably just before I jumped on into this Discord call with you guys. And it just went through just like that. But it took another £4.
Oh no!
So in theory, I've got. I don't know if I've only got one confirmation email, but I've got two PayPal receipts. So we shall see. I did in that gap between 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. I've also emailed him asking what's going on with it because there is a message when I tried doing it again, it kept saying if this keeps happening, try contacting customer support. And I thought, I'm not going to get through from them till next week. But yeah, it's we'll hear from them next week and we'll see where we go. But technically, I've got two pre-orders.
Excellent, good work. So there's that. I'm not even asked Sheepdog if he pre-ordered one because I'm assuming he didn't.
No, of course not.
No. Ooh. I would love the thing I want most of all is for it to be so good that after this comes out no one ever uses a normal PC again, and Sheepdog after years of shall I get a PC or not, finally gets one and within 6 months it's obsolete because everyone moves on. That would be perfect. I would love it, but I expect that won't be what happens.
Oh, don't be mean.
I think I'm alright. I feel safe.
You felt safe when you got that MacBook.
Well, no, I knew I wasn't playing computer games or PC games on that. I knew that wasn't going to happen, but I did kind of assume that by the next gen of consoles, I'd be able to just jump in and buy them on release, and I've still not got them, so I'm kind of hoping that I can get away with trying to get one of them soon because I managed to wangle something.
It's doable, Sheepdog.
Just waiting to hear on. I'm basically due an Amazon voucher that might release me to the PS5. I'm going to probably go for that. But we'll see what happens. Watch this space. But it also does mean I've got a quid pro quo Mrs. Sheepdog somehow.
Buy her a PlayStation. She'll love that.
I got some ridiculous hair contraption the other day that feels a bit insensitive. But some fancy Dyson thing that does magic. And to be fair, her hair does look improved. I already thought
Dyson
she had nice
Hoover.
hair. Well, they make everything, don't they?
It's where Sheepdog's hair went. He had a go on it.
Yeah. She was like, do you want me to style your hair? And I just thought, don't be rude. Don't be mean. I take every reference of my hair to be an insult now. Yeah.
Did you pay £400 for a blow dryer? Or the
blow dryer?
The air wrap?
Is that what it's called, air wrap? Something like that.
I love that me and Pab have just sat here talking about our silly handhelds, and we've established Sheepdog's the most insane person on the podcast this week. This is amazing.
I didn't pick it. It was more of a... I said she should buy some stuff because, I just bought a computer and it's not really... she didn't say, I want to buy something because you bought that, but I was just kind of like, I seem to always get these big random things every now and again. You should start looking at big random things, and that's what she wanted. So I was like, yeah, whatever.
And she said, I married you, didn't I?
Don't be mean! You need to stop it, Kevin!
I can't help myself. He must be doing it on purpose. If he's not deliberately setting me up for these, he's not met me.
I'm very tired this week, Kevin.
Right, challenge accepted. I'm going to have him crying by the end
Kevin.
of the podcast. Oh, let me make him cry.
Jeez, no, do you know what? That wouldn't be too hard, I think. I've had a ridiculous week. I've probably welled up at so many obviously fake stories on social media this week. That, I read a real one. I read one that definitely isn't fake. earlier and was like, oh, that's wrecked me, that has. So, yeah, I am a bit low. I had to go for an X-ray earlier in the week. I've had a really weird week. I feel like, when the universe sends you signs, I had to go for an X-ray, and then I got a letter telling me my life insurance needs a quick look. There's something wrong with the account, and I was like, oh God, here we go. Like, gonna leave my family destitute now. But I think I've sorted that out. I'm not going down that route. But yeah, I felt like everything was just giving me the nod earlier. If it had been Game of Thrones end of season week, I'd have been absolutely panicking because it was, there's nothing really dangling over me at the moment. All my affairs are in order. So maybe I need to start some new affairs. That came out a bit wrong. But I need to start some new stories or new endeavours to hopefully give me something to keep busy with. But yeah, it's just not in the mood. You don't try and make me cry because it might work.
Oh, leave him alone, Kevin. Don't be mean.
Oh, fine. I'll leave him alone for 10 minutes.
Kevin.
Somebody talk about some video games. I'm busy opening Ultimate Team packs at the moment, so someone else is going to have to talk about games while I'm doing this.
Anna and Pab already know because they come and watch me play it, but I started Yakuza Like a Dragon off their recommendation, and it is a jolly good game. It's very fun. It's funny because you all kind of said it on stream, but it takes a little while to get going, doesn't it? So I had quite an audience come in. I say quite an audience, not by anyone else's standards in here, but by my standards, I had more people than I'd been getting, probably because of football they did, to be fair. And we were all watching it. I mean, I had a bit of a ridiculous stream because, just as a side note, I started it up and I was like, can you hear me all right? Because I've just changed something and I don't know if it's working, and no one was responding. So I typed in the chat, is everything okay? Someone replied, it's perfect, Sheepdog. So I did half an hour of the game. And then he goes, hang on a minute, are you talking into your microphone? Because I can't hear a word. And I was like, yes, I am. I mean, I typed that and then I fixed that problem. So then another half hour goes by. I'm like laughing at what they're saying in the game. I'm referencing the game and talking about all the funny dialogue. And then someone goes, hang on, I can't hear any of this game. Can anyone else hear it? It turns out that I didn't set the bloody sound up so no one could hear the game. Bloody hour of my 3-hour stream and no one commented that they couldn't hear what I was saying or the game. So they were just sat there watching me bob around in a chair in silence for half an hour. I mean, God, and there were people there, so God knows what they were doing. But apparently they could hear the game through. They were like, we can hear it faintly. And I was like, that's the sound through my headphones that you're hearing. You've all sat there thinking this game sounds like the tinny noise of my headphones. So I fixed that. And then, for 2 hours we played the game, and it was enjoyable. It was funny. We had lots of little jokes and stuff, and I've not even really got to the game. I've literally, I think now just got to the point where the characters have just taken over, like living in a flat above, let's say a DNA collection facility, where Microsoft will be getting all the deposits to upload to the internet. And that's where I'd saved it.
You streamed it twice and I didn't get a notification, so I missed that one. But so I don't know where you're at.
Twitch are doing me dirty. Well, that's basically where I was. The Bleach Japan team, I think it's called the acronym of their name, were ranting, and I dealt with them, and then I saved it. So I'll be playing that on Sunday. But yeah, it's really fun. It's got lots and lots and lots and lots of mini games. There was some weird. I thought it was gonna be like a card game, and it was just like a weird. I couldn't read the language, so it was just like.
Have you done the can collecting yet?
Yes, racing around.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, knocking into people, the dump truck and all of that, getting in the way. It was fun. I need to get more into just going around doing them. I think now I'm at that point. I'll play it more. I was trying to find. I just tried to search the name of the game that came up, and I thought, I'll sit and play this, and it was just gibberish to me. I couldn't understand it. I absolutely bombed at it. But
there was one I found. I couldn't do it. I was just like, what? It kept going on like Hon, Chin, and I was like, even Kevin tried to play it. Kevin was like, no. I can't.
Somebody told me this.
Oh, that game was fun.
But I don't know what it was.
Missions. Like, is there nudity in this game?
No.
Not
okay.
There's like.
Maybe scantily clad, but I doubt it's like nude.
No. So someone said to me, this game gets quite blue at certain points, and I was like, right, when that happens, I'm just going to full screen my webcam, let the sound play on. I'm just going to describe what's going on. And everyone was like, yeah, do that. And then nothing really. When they were in the building that I mentioned before, I thought, oh, this might be a webcam moment. And then nothing happened. And I was kind of just like, oh, I'd kind of decided that I was going to. I mean, I can't do a David Attenborough voice, but I was going to try. And then nothing happened. And I thought, okay, maybe later. But I'm guessing, like you said,
I've not seen any wangles or boobies. So.
Okay.
I've just seen very like they're dressed, so I've not seen bits.
Yeah, I mean, Kev couldn't play this game on stream, Mr. Family Friendly. Who
Oh,
can't
God,
remember talking about DNA.
No,
Although,
Yeah. I thought I turned off the swearing. I turned down the blood. I mean, God knows how much blood must be in it because there's always a little bit. But I turned that right down, just thinking, yeah, maybe take it easy. I don't even know what the rules are. If I was playing it on Twitch and there were boobs everywhere, would they stop me being on? Would it be a punishment thing? Or
if it's in context, I think you can get away with it now because
I've
think
got swearing in The Last of
Cyberpunk
Us.
changed it. Cyberpunk's where where there's nudity, it's not like blatant doing it for the sake of it. If it's part of the game, I think they can get away with it these days.
Gotta admit, I was slightly on edge. I was like, that's part of the reason I was going to do the webcam thing. Is I was like, I genuinely don't know if the moment a boob appears on screen, it's just going to shut me down, or I'm going to get like an email saying you shouldn't have been doing that. But no, that aside, just waiting for the blueness. It's really fun. The battling in it is nice and simple.
Turn-based. Love it.
Yeah, I like a bit of turn-based battling. I wish Final Fantasy would go back to that. It really bugs me that they try and do whatever meathead thing they're trying to do. I just don't get it. And they're always like, why are our games not performing as well as the old ones?
Because they're not
really
like the old
obvious.
ones.
It's like you literally removed the world map and the turn-based battling, and they're the two things that absolutely appeal to me most. I love running around a world map, a proper big world map. All these games, I mean, most modern games now set them in this proper world, and I'm like, no, I want to be able to run between towns and just be a giant running through with battles happening. I just liked that about them. And yeah, I don't know, it's one of the many jobs in the world that I'm thinking one day I need to become important enough that I can walk in their office and tell them to start making the game down properly. But no, it's not going to happen. I don't think podcast host leads to man who directs Final Fantasy / Pokemon games.
You
Just
don't
doesn't seem
know.
relevant. Yeah. Well, one of the people who works on Pokemon Go did this massive Twitter thing about how she worked in some building and played Pokemon Go and then decided to go for a job there, and now she's the head of marketing there and all of this. And I work on the game all the time, and I thought that probably explains, if that's their hiring practice, it probably explains why the game's so buggy. Like, it's not run by people who worked in gaming before. She's like, I had no experience of gaming, I just like playing Pokemon. And it's like, yeah, that shouldn't be the bar for entry into a really high up job for the company. But yeah, you're right. Maybe if I keep believing in myself, Anna, I can become the head director of Final Fantasy in 10 years. I'll only be in my mid-40s. Speaking of speaking of Pokemon Go for a moment, it's Go Fest this weekend, which is awesome. I'm looking forward to that. I'm a bit disappointed because my big plan was to go out with my family to Fairy Meadows and have a walk around, but my wife forgot and arranged to go. I say forgot. I think she just thought, screw that, and she's arranged to go out with her friends. So I'm dumping my children on their nan, and I'm going out on my own for the day, catching Pokemon. But there'll be like shinies everywhere, quests, events, raids, all that stuff.
How about you take your children with you?
Because they don't have devices, so they'll just be like, I want to go home now. And I'll be like, well, there's like 8 hours left of the event.
There's a park
no.
there.
Yeah, but they're not going to want to play in the park for 8 hours, Anna. It's not going to work. My plan was basically that the 5 of us were going to go there, and I was just going to wander around on my own, but have lunch with them and talk to them a little bit. And now I'm just going to go. I was so gutted because my plan was to just play it at home, and then I got a text from EE telling me that they're working on the mast in my postcode tomorrow, so I won't have internet at home tomorrow. And I was just like, for God's sakes! So I was like, we'll go Fairy Meadows, and then she said she wasn't going to be home, so I'm just like planning to go on my own and feel like a loser, I think, which is just going to be really lame. I'm already regretting saying I'm going to do it because it just sounds like a terrible idea. But I've had a good week on that because it's
sun.
Yeah, it's going to be 30 degrees, so I have to wear shorts. So I look like a right idiot.
No coat, so don't wear your coat.
No coat, did you say? I'm not going to wear a coat. I'll take an umbrella just in case, Anna. Don't worry. Because it's Go Fest week, the game's been really good. Like I've been getting like a shiny every day, loads of items, and they seem to just make it a bit more fun when it's the birthday week. This always seems to be the best week of the year for it. So if you're at a loose end over the weekend, anyone listening, £5 for a ticket, get cracking. It's like Pokemon Go on steroids, and I've been having fun with that. They've also got Pokemon Unite coming out next week. They're like League of Legends sort of rip-off, I guess. It's made by Tencent, is it? It's coming out on Wednesday, so we'll be streaming that Wednesday night. I'm quite looking forward to trying it. Apparently it was quite good in the beta, but I've not played it, so I'm going to suck at it. But yeah, I'm thinking that'd be cool. So I won't be playing Yakuza on Wednesday. I'll be playing Pokemon Unite.
No, you stream what you're on. I just like watching people of games I've played. I don't even know why I like that. It's weird. Like I'm playing the game, but I want to watch someone playing it. Yeah, strange.
So I think that's me done, because I don't think I played... I was planning on playing other games this week, and I just played Yakuza, because it is really good. So yeah, you all Pab, crack on.
Splendid. Well, before anybody cracks on, uncrack for a moment. Pab, stick an advert in. There's a good boy. And that was the best advert we've had so far this week, I reckon. My update is going to be very, very quick, because all I've done is played Football Manager and Minecraft and a little bit of FIFA.
FIFA?
What do you do on Minecraft exactly? Because I
love to dig holes.
Kevin digs a hole and goes...
Love digging holes.
That's all he does. He literally digs holes and then comes and tells me about his hole.
Because a couple of my people were like,
tell Anna about my hole.
A couple of people were like, play Minecraft. You could do challenges on there, and it's been rattling in my head because I was like, I will absolutely play Minecraft because I do like it, and I don't think it'll make me sick on the computer. But I was like, once I've built a castle or a really, really high stick, or I've gone underground and explored the mine shafts and killed a few things, done the Ender Dragon, which I've done with Ollie before, so it's not really a new thing, explored the Nether. I don't really know what challenges there could be. I mean, I know there's like achievements like catching and riding a pig and stuff like that, but I just wondered if
build something cool.
No,
well, yeah, I'm just wondering what sort of things there could be, but it feels like people wouldn't want to watch me just building a replica of White Hart Lane. I'm not going to do that, but let's say, that was the challenge, or build your house. I just can't imagine that being particularly entertaining, me just systematically putting blocks in place, So I just wondered what you do. So you just dig holes, do you?
Love digging holes. I dig holes, and then I occasionally build contraptions. Contraptions are my favourite thing.
I do quite like
just
building
things that do things.
The mine shaft, what they call trains. I tried to build a train generator that shot out mine carts, but it didn't really work. I think that's because I was on Xbox, so I'll try that on PC, because I think you can make it duplicate the item in that. So maybe it'll be a bit better. I did try and do stuff like that, but what sort of contraptions have you built then?
I've got my automatic beef farm, my automatic sugarcane farm, basically farms. I like to dig holes and farm things. I have my little train thing that brings my stuff that I've dug out of the hole and takes it upstairs for me automatically and puts it in boxes. Just holes and farming. That's what I like to do.
And then who do you tell, Kevin?
I tell you.
Yes, he does. Oh, I love it.
Because you're interested. You like it.
I really don't, but...
All you ever want to do is talk to me about Minecraft.
No, I don't. You come in and you tell me, and I just go, yes, Kevin. Did you build a hole? And you go, yes. And then
No, you don't build a hole. You dig a hole, Anna. We've talked about this before.
I think about maybe 2 years ago, we got into playing it as a family, and then we had to stop because Mrs. Sheepdog kept dreaming about it, and it was just taking over her mind. She was like, she'd go to sleep and it would all just be Minecraft, and she was like, it's really weird and it's messing with me, so she just stopped playing it. She didn't want to constantly live in Minecraft dreams, which I never had that problem, so I don't. Yeah, my dreams were always cinematic and ridiculous, but they wouldn't go down to the
Minecraft dreams sound awesome.
You'd just be digging a hole and then mining stuff out
I'd love
of it.
that.
I don't know.
I want to dream about digging a hole.
Do you? A bit of a tangent. My mate has told me recently that he only ever has one dream. He doesn't have it often, but it's always him trying to get to somewhere, and he never arrives, and that's all he dreams about the whole time. And it just happens every now and again, and that's literally the only dream he ever has. He never has another type of dream ever. Just him walking along. I've got to get there, and he doesn't know where there is. So for Mrs. Sheepdog, that would have just been Minecraft. I've got to get there. Where am I going? Just blocks everywhere.
I very rarely remember my dreams.
Yeah, you don't dream, do you, Kevin?
I think I do, because sometimes I remember little bits of it, but I couldn't tell you about any dreams now.
I remember when you're mean to me, or... Yeah,
it's not me.
If
That's
he's mean
imaginary
to me, then we don't talk
imaginary
for the rest
me.
of the day. That's happened before. Or
because you're crazy.
That is pretty mad.
You weren't there. You didn't know what he did.
Yeah,
you were bad.
I wasn't there either. That's the point.
You were mean.
I wasn't though, was I?
Yes,
Speaking of imaginary people, and this is the last tangent I've got in me at the moment, because my son wouldn't behave during the England game on Sunday, I told him to have a look in the mirror and see who was there. My son's called Ben, and I was like, look, there's someone called Neb, lives in the mirror world, and that fella behind him is called, and I realised Dad backwards is just Dad, and Mum backwards is just Mum. So I was like, there's Dad and Mum with Neb. And he spent the whole game just chatting to Neb, telling me Neb likes yogurts, telling me Neb likes this, Neb likes that. Everything he did, Neb did. Oh, fascinating. Kept him going for the entire game. It was absolutely brilliant. So, yeah, maybe you could meet
You should put that on
Nivek,
TikTok
Kev.
or something.
I don't have TikTok. TikTok and Snapchat. I need to get on both of these.
Why are you
Would
not?
have been
I've got like...
Snapchat, you've missed the boat 5 years ago.
I've got
Well, I
like
assume
7
I've missed a bit on
videos
TikTok,
now.
to be fair.
Nah, TikTok's still growing.
Oh, you'll lose hours to TikTok. Trust me.
I've kind of been watching the best
hours.
TikToks on other platforms. They'll just make it to like Twitter or Reddit, and then I watch them on there. So I don't think I'm missing out too much. But yeah, I could get in the midst of it and swim around, I suppose. I spend too much time on Reddit as it is, and that's just toxic as hell. Back to
Reddit's
games,
for
maybe?
young people. I don't understand Reddit.
Reddit's for bumheads. I mean, that's why I go there. It's just full of bumheads.
Wow.
I see. So yes, video games, Anna and or Pab.
What have I played? I'm in a bit of everything this week. So I played some Yakuza, whatever it's called, the dragon one. Just going through. I was in this dungeon, and I was in this dungeon for a long time. I was like I know what a normal dungeon is like, but this was long. There was like 2 safe rooms in this whole thing. Like I went to a room where you save and like heal up. I had to go through like 2 of them, and they are far and few between. It was a long dungeon, but it was fun because when you're in dungeons, you find stuff on the floor. And I got everyone a new weapon that was better than the weapon they had. So that was fun. I've also unlocked jobs. So now you can pick certain... So at the moment, you've got... Like at the start of it, you're just a Yakuza. You just got like your basic like attacks. And then you've got the guy that lives on the street, and he has like... he'll drink.
Homeless man, yeah.
Yeah, the homeless man, and he'll like drink a drink and then set it spit it out and set it alight, or throw seeds at an enemy, and a bunch of pigeons will come down and peck them to death. But now I can change their job, so now the one that had the seeds and the fire is now a break dancer. And
Nice,
he goes
okay.
around and break dances in people's face. So that's fun. And then I've got I've got the policeman, and he's like this big, strong guy with this massive hammer. Yeah, so you can change jobs, and like with everything, like so you have to level them up. So as you're leveling yourself up, you're leveling the jobs up, and you can change the jobs because some of the jobs you don't have like the right stats for, so you have to level up yourself to be able to do them. So it is insane. Like, I am beating up a guy breakdancing. and it's just ridiculous. If you go in your phone, Sheepdog, when in your game, if you go to DLC, there's a bunch of free DLC in there. Stuff
cool.
that you can download, like loads of just like items that you can
I
have.
did feel slightly guilty when I started it up and it said, thank you for supporting whatever the name of the company is. And I thought, well, actually, I just got it through Game Pass for now. So
it says that with all them games. It says it on all the games that are made by them. I've got like Judgment, and it's by the same people. And it goes, thank you for blah, blah, blah. You know, oh, that's right. I don't mind, I bought your game. But yeah, if you go on your phone, there should be a bunch of DLC in there that's free. So that's a tip for you. So I played a bit of that. I played a bit more Mass Effect. Playing 3 at the moment. Just going through that. I have got to my minimum. I'm over the minimum of war assets. But as I am a gamer, I have going to other places. I'm just doing everything. Like everything that pops up on the galaxy map. I'm there. I'm going to shoot things and find things and do things. So I've been doing a bit of that. I don't like the Reapers. They're so scary. They just don't care. They just like at you, and it's just like no.
They've been updated. I guess in HD they're going to look a bit more.
Yeah, they're terrifying.
Yeah,
I don't like them. They're just and the noise they make, it just goes through me. So I'm just playing a little bit of that, and then because of Pab and his ways of persuasion.
Oh, Pab, what have you done now?
I've been playing Red Dead.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I've put Red Dead in. So I've got like, as you know, I have 2 profiles on the PlayStation. So I went on my other one.
You call them business and pleasure.
Yeah, and it transpires that I've already got through the snow on that profile, so I'm now in Valentine. So I just went from there, and just doing bits. So this afternoon I spent 3 hours going around collecting dinosaur bones.
Oh,
because I have a map of them now, and I'm just going around because I found the lady that is looking for them, and she was like, "Oh, find me bones." So the only thing is, like, the bones don't just appear on your map. So how you're supposed to know where they are, I don't know. So I got a internet map and found where they were. There's like one of them. I could see it. I was like, oh, it's just down a little ledge. I literally could see it, but because of the game in physics, I went down, and because he landed on the floor and he rolled off the cliff and died. And I was just like, what are you doing, man? So I spent doing that. Also found that if you're in Valentine and you go to the back of the doctors, there's a secret room in there, and people are doing business. Now I did go in there. Everyone shoots you, so you shoot back, and then the police get you. So it's not worth going in there. But there is a gun in there, so it's like, do you want to get the gun and then pay the fine? Because you get like $50 in there. But I found that out. I was like, oh, look at this! I went past it. I was like, it says look, and I was like, look at what? What am I looking at? And I could look through the window. So that was fun to do. And then I also found this weird brother and sister who drugged me. Like, they're brother and sister, but they're, like, together. Like, together. And, yeah, they drugged me and took my money, so I had to go back to the house and shoot them and get my money back, and then their money as well. So, yeah, I've just been, like, I haven't even really done any, like, missions. Literally going around just going, what's over there? Let's go and have a look at what's over here. Oh, so I'm doing, like, side missions because I like dinosaurs, as my TikTok will show. You should see my TikTok, it's so funny. Yeah, and that's I did put Norman Sky on earlier, but I want to like the game, but every time I start it puts me on a plane that's toxic, and I need like half an hour just to get to grips with the game. But when it's like, oh, your radiation is low, I'm like, no, give me a minute. Let me I can't cope with that. So I might just delete that. But I do have Final Fantasy X and 10-2 downloading because I love them games. They made me. That was the one game that actually made me cry tears at the end of 10. Oh, I'll never forget it. It was heartbreaking.
You normally cry.
Huh?
Soup.
You said
What?
it actually made
She
you
normally
cry tears.
cries oxtail soup.
You've lost me now.
All right, Anna, you carry on.
Okay.
You do you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play that at some point this weekend. I think I'll play 10 and then I'll go to 10-2 because obviously that's how it goes. But I just remember 10 being very clunky, and I don't want to go to the laughing bit because that makes me want to cringe
Is it not
out of my
remastered?
skin. Oh, I think so. It might be.
Does he just sort of go?
It's just so fake, and it just but I bought a new disc plate this week. So disc plate is a metal poster. I got one for Kevin for his birthday, and I got myself one. And then I told him that he could pick one, so for his birthday. So he picked one, and then I picked one, and it is of the silhouettes of Tidus and Una, and it's all I'll put a picture on Twitter later in the week when it comes, but I've got that coming. And then I saw it on Game Pass, and I was like, yes, let's play that, because I did get 10-2 remastered, but it was on PlayStation 3. I'm on PlayStation 5 now. I haven't touched that game in years. So
have they been remastered? Or...
I think so. I'm not sure.
I really do think PlayStation 5 needs to be some point in my future.
Oh no, this is on Game Pass.
But I still need one. You have to play it.
Oh yeah, you need.
But so what you're saying? They might have even done really? They'd have done an extra sort of boost on that to make it proper 4K or whatever.
I've not. I can't check because I've turned it off. Possibly. It was all shiny and new, but I'll have a look. But I'll let you know. So I've got that downloading, and I've also got, I want to say Spirit Weaver. So basically, you are the captain of the death ship, but it's all cutesy nice.
Yes, I am.
Pardon?
Yes, I am.
Yes,
I was agreeing.
you'll
with you.
like this. This is it's like Animal Crossing, but you build your house on a ship, and I can't explain it, but it is.
Do I get to dig a hole as well? Because I'm half interested at building a house.
Hold on, what's it called?
Spiritfarer.
Yes, that. But it's on. Because I wanted to get, I saw it coming out on the Switch, and I was like, oh, it's expensive. Then I saw it on Game Pass, and I was like, ooh, I might have a go at this, because it's like indie, was it Spirits, I can't spell spirit, so I don't know how to tell you what it. Kevin, how do you spell spirit?
SPIRIT.
Yep. There it is. So, because I haven't played it, it's a cozy management game about dying. A ferry master to the seas builds a boat to explore the world, care for your spirit friends, and guide them across the mystical seas to finally release them into the afterlife. What will you leave behind? So it all looks like you can fish, you can build stuff. I just want to have a look, I just want to have a go, but it looks very, what's that? Oh god, I can't remember the name, but yeah, I'm gonna have a go on that. It looks nice and
Well, I'll
is it
say
anime?
This. It's very well animated. It's kind of be prepared to cry.
Oh no! Don't say that.
Get Sheepdog on it immediately.
No, thank you. I've just realised, Anna, you said Game Pass, and I completely misunderstood what
Yeah,
you said.
so I was
I thought you said PS Plus, but no, it's
no
on there,
Game
yeah,
Pass.
I'm just reading whether I can get it to run 4K on my PC because I really wasn't putting the dots together when you were speaking then, and I was like,
I was just like, I'll leave you to it. It's fine.
Yeah, bless you.
I was like, I'm not going to confuse you.
Smacked me down. This is why Kev has to be assertive with me because I don't cut on. I need to be treated.
It's alright. It's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go and play that game now and want to cry.
It's nice.
Yeah, it does look very nice. Because like, yes, I play all my games, but I play a lot of shooty games and a lot of violence. So I just want something that's like chill.
You just want to harvest the dead.
Yeah. But it looks like a chill game, and I could do with a good cry. I haven't had a good cry in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I love a good cry. It's great.
You lot are so weird.
It's not weird, Kevin. It releases, and you just feel great afterwards. It's.
I feel great all the
Yeah, well,
time.
you're Kevin. That's why. But no, that's. I'm just looking around. Oh, that's it. That's me. That's me done. So over to
Excellent.
Paddington.
Over to who? I was going to say, who are we allocating?
We can go back to you if you want, Kev.
No, that's fine.
No?
Happy. I've already spoken at length about
At
Minecraft and Football Manager
know.
and FIFA.
Yeah.
Anything, you've monopolised the podcast, Kevin.
I know.
What you like?
Okay.
A hero.
So last week I got into Power Wash Simulator.
Yeah. Did you play more of it?
Did.
No. I branched out.
You're all washed up, are you?
No, I branched out. I'm on
He bought
PC Building
DLC.
Simulator now.
Oh god.
Oh, I saw you. Yeah, I went. Do you know what you said? I'm going to build a PC on stream, and I clicked, thinking, "What?" And he's got another PC, and
The
then
amount of
realised it was a
messages I
game.
got, people telling me about prices of parts at the minute and getting all the
Yeah.
parts. I was like, I'm not even going to explain. I didn't even bother. I was just playing a game where you run like a PC shop and you fix people's PCs.
I can't
I've
believe
seen this
this got
before.
made. This feels.
It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool, and it kind of, in a very like simplistic way, it kind of teaches you how to build a PC and what you need to do and what parts are involved and stuff like that. So basically, you start in a shop, and I think you've inherited this shop from your uncle who's just thought, sod it, I'm buggering off. I've had enough. But he leaves you with no money in the bank and a really bad review score on this review site. And you've got to build it back up. So you start off with a guy who's got a computer full of viruses, and it'll give you $100 to install virus software and remove all your viruses, and then it goes from there. So you then get computers that want to it's just not working, and they think it's the fans or stuff like that. So you have to order parts, and then you go on your computer, and then you go to the store and you order parts, and then it's like, well, do I want next day delivery, do I want standard delivery? And then it'd be like, okay, how fast does this guy want the order? And it's like, okay, he's not in a rush. Okay, we'll put on a standard 5-day delivery. Cool. Then you set that PC aside, and you go, okay, what's next? And you just get jobs through your email, and then it's like, based on what they're saying in their email, can depend on what they want or how well you're rated. So it's like someone like saying this needs to be done next day because it needs, it's on a rush job, need this doing, or this what some of them just like. I found this out late on, like once you get the rating app for your computer, you've then got to start adhering to exactly what they say, and then occasionally in the emails they will say to you, I really like black cables. And you're like, what are you telling me that for? And then I found out that if you'll get a higher rating if you replace all their crappy white cables with black cables, or they I think they one of them came in to replace a processor or replace something like that, maybe a power supply, and then they said, oh, but I clicked on some weird email and then but they don't say I need like I've got viruses, but if you go out your way and do that stuff, if you just install the virus software and give it a scan and clear it up, you'll get a better review for it, then giving you access to more items in the shop to purchase, giving you better jobs to come through. You get the more reviews you get, the more you'll get in, and better jobs you'll get. It's strangely cathartic, and apparently there's a way of getting actual real life radio in the game, so you actually just listen to the radio. I didn't do that, but apparently you can do that, like you used to be able to do on. Was it Euro Truck Simulator? I think you could do that. You could actually, get the actual radio into the cabs of the trucks. I think you can do it in there as well, instead of listening to their generic music track that they've got going on in there. Yeah, it was strangely cathartic, just chill stream where I'm just fixing people's computers, like you do. I think I'd like about.
Do you like
grand.
it?
It's fun. It was fun. It was nice to just to chill out and just do something very. It's not stressful. It's not, it's not. You're not really time constrained. Like you control how fast the day goes, sort of thing. If you want to stay in to spend the entire day just doing nothing, you can do. But it's been fun. It's been a fun one. The next one in the simulator list. I came across a game. I've not played it yet. This is for next week? We got a bit of a sneak peek for next week. Safe cracking simulator is next week.
Oh, that sounds
Pab.
excellent.
Are you at a loose end, Pab?
A little bit.
Gonna come mow my lawn and do some odd
Safe
jobs
cracking
around the house.
simulator looks really cool, and apparently it's supposed to be kind of realistic as to how you would crack I don't know. We'll find out. It costs £2, and apparently it's
I
pretty
should
good.
just stream me painting my door that needs painting and fixing all the other. I should just stream me doing DIY at this point.
Sure,
judging
why
by
not?
your simulators.
Why not? There's loads of them. There was one. Have I still got that? There was one that I got. I don't think I have it anymore. But there was one that came out over E3. A demo came out for Lawn Mowing Simulator.
That's just a Simpsons joke, though, isn't it?
No, that's not. It's an actual game. But apparently it's supposed to be pretty good as well. But I don't know, because like I said, the demo's no longer there, but it was there over E3. The other thing I have played is a game called Going Under. How is this game?
Song.
Is it? I don't know. It's a game where it's very cartoony, and it's sort of top down. It's kind of a little bit like Hades, I want to say, in the play style and the camera angle that you play at, and you are an intern going into this big kind of like a tech company who owns a load of little companies, and it's swallowed up a load of little companies, and you have to go into these other companies and kind of you have to go into these companies akin to like if it were a dungeon, and you have to go through levels of these companies and defeat all the enemies in it, and then fight the boss, and then you get abilities for doing so. But it does play kind of similar to Hades. The play style is similar to Hades. I'm going to say it, and I don't want to say it. What am I going to say?
I don't know.
I'm going to say sort of roguelike. Sort of. Kind of, sort of.
You and your Metroidvanias, goodness
It's not
me.
a Metroidvania. It's not a Metroidvania. It's a game where you, like I say, you go into the dungeon, you go through the run, you die, you start again, and you go and do that dungeon again. The dungeons aren't massively difficult. I've only played like the first tier of levels. They weren't horrendous, but it's got a witty humour to it, and it's funny, and it's not taking itself too seriously, and it's just a bit of fun and a bit of a sarcastic dig at like these tech bros and the tech companies and all this stuff that's going on. And yeah, it's cool, and I think it's on. Was it on? I don't know if it's on Game Pass or not. I think it might be on Game Pass. I got it in a humble monthly bundle, so I had it on Steam. But I know it's on most things. On Switch, it's on pretty much every console. But yeah, I did enjoy what I played of it. It's got a nice, cool soundtrack. It's got, I'd say the gameplay's fun. It's not. I wouldn't say it's as good as Hades. Hades is just phenomenal for that kind of gameplay. But it is. I was getting kind of vibes of that, of like you go into rooms, and there are random rooms that just have like abilities in there, and there are random rooms in there that just you have to accept a challenge, and then you accept that challenge, you'll get money for it, and then there's also a shop in the middle of the dungeon that you can find, and then there's people you can speak to. There's like other co-workers you can speak to, and if you get enough, you complete quests for the co-workers, they can become like kind of like not party members, but they will kind of take you under the wing, and they'll give you like something for each run you go in. Like the guy that I got will shoplift something from the shop for me every time I go into the shop now. So he's just stood in the corner, and you speak to him, and he'll just shoplift something randomly from the shop for me every time I go in. So yeah, it's been fun. Yeah. So
just like we used to go out with him at conventions. Good old Bouncy.
Yeah. The other thing I played today, I went back to Ratchet and Clank.
Yes.
I feel like I'm determined to get the platinum for this now. I'm trophy hunting. And it's doable. I think I did four of them today at least. I think I had 9 to get. I think I've got 5 left to go. I think it's not overly difficult. It's not overly difficult at all. Nothing was frustrating is like, it's like certain ones that require you to do certain things, such as like get all these like
Golden
these like gems.
Gems?
There's like these gem flower things that the dragon there's like a dragon that you fly in there.
Oh, I've done that. Yeah.
And you have to collect them all. And I was like, I spent 20 minutes trying to figure out how to climb on top of buildings to get it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't understand why. And I was like, you can't use the dragon to get it. And then after a while, it went, oh no, Trudy the dragon, or whoever it is, can now fight. Can now use the fire. I was like,
fire. Yeah.
Why have you let me do this?
Yes.
Like best part of an hour trying to fathom out why I can't climb on these buildings.
So it wasn't just me then.
It was stupid.
My god!
It was
yes.
stupid.
Yes.
I spent so long trying to get them because there's 2 immediately right at the start of the level on top of a building, and you're like, okay, how do I get these? And then if it said to you, if they get this many, you'll be able to use it, then I'll go off and go and find someone instead of spending 20 minutes trying to circle this building, trying to climb up all sorts of different scenery, trying to break the game, trying to like jank my way up the building and onto the roof. But no, I did it. I did that one. It's Ratchet and Clank is a very good game. It's like I say, it's nothing. It's not groundbreaking. It's nothing.
It's pretty.
It's pretty much the exact same thing as it always has been. But yes, it is pretty. It has better mechanics in it, in the sense of it plays better.
Yes.
But you know what you're getting with this game. And yeah, there's a good chance I'll probably platinum that game next week at some point. But other than that, that has pretty much been it.
You've not been to Red Dead?
No, Red Dead's just a game that I just put on, and I've got to be in the right mood for it. And I just have a ride around in it. I wouldn't class that as something I'd have played. I played I put Forza in the other day. I booted that up the other day. The first time I did it on the new console. Just had a drive around. Just went. I went on the. There's like a deal. I think apparently there's a DLC I never went on. I went on the Lego DLC. I never did the other one. So I just went on there and I just had a drive around, just filling in the map sort of thing, completed, going through the roads, just tracking it out, and yeah, just went for a drive, just cause.
Why not?
Yeah, I do this every now and again. Just like I'm not really doing anything I had a go on FIFA. I had a game on FIFA just because it was there. I was like, it's on Game Pass. I'll just boot it up and we'll have a quick game of FIFA.
You should tell Kev when you're on FIFA. He likes having a kickabout with people, don't you?
It's not on thinking of it. It's not on crossplay. I don't think, is it? It could be. I don't know.
I have it on everything, Pubby.
You have an Xbox? Yeah, through Game
I have
Pass.
it
Yeah, I suppose.
literally on everything.
It's a good point. Well, if I ever find myself on it, I'll ping you a message.
You're like that, won't you, Kev?
I would like that very much. Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, that has been my lot.
Splendid. Well, we'll probably wrap up the podcast there then, if that's okay with all the boys and girls. If you would like to follow us on the Twitter, you can do that at MGUK Podcast, or you can follow me at everywhere at Lelujo.
Find me at Sheepdog6K.
I'm at Miss Leluja and Anna Leluja, and I'll be around. Just follow Kev and you'll find me.
And
That applies in real life as well, by the way.
I'm at Pab1986 on Twitter and Twitch.
Delightful.
Delightful.
We'll see you next week, boys and girls.
Have a good week.
Bye.
Thanks for listening, folks.